here. You just have to have a couple solid possessions. You know, you have to believe in yourself and what you've been taught within this offense.
Walker's been quiet for Baylor tonight. Only 2 points in the game. And they throw it away.
I thought that Dariana needed to put the ball in her hands and go in and shoot the ball. I mean, she never looked at the rim. She was always going to make that pass to the corner. And you've got to know that there's a defender drifting.
Edwards picked up her 4th personal foul, and now Kansas State in control on a 6-0 run. What an outstanding second half for the Wildcats. Glenn wasting some time as we go inside of 30.
And you got to use some of this clock. You don't have to be in a hurry.
And a full timeout's going to be called. It was Kansas State's timeout, so they will probably be out of timeouts. Baylor still has a bundle of timeouts left, but the lead is 58-55. And you take a look at the upcoming schedule. BYU had a nice win over Texas Tech the other night. Then they have to go to Oklahoma and then at Texas. That'll be on FS1. That'll be on February the 4th.
And we'll be there to do that game.
We will be there in their new arena. Well, new the last couple of years. And for the Baylor Bears, they have to go to Stillwater to take out Oklahoma State. Then they've got to go to Texas and play Texas. I tell you, this is Big 12. You don't get one of those, you go, I think we can win this game kind of game.
Well, you know what? There's 26 seconds to go in the game. If Baylor can get a stop, we're talking about a one-possession game here. If they can just get a stop. Oh, I know this person.
How about the Lieberman Award? I think I've heard of that award, and we have 2 of the 3 people that are on that watch list here tonight. And of course it is Caitlin Clark.
Well, Caitlin's won the award 2 times in a row, looking to try and make it 3. But, you know, Sarah Andrews, Serena, this is the best of the best. This means what you've done for your team, your leadership, how you've helped your team win. So I'm glad they've pared it down to 10.
Possession arrow belongs to Kansas State. They are out of timeouts, but they've got fouls to give. Baylor 4 timeouts left. They're going to play for the stop. Sundell breaks down the defense again. Walker from the outside. Maupin had the rebound, lost it, still loose. Baylor's got it with 10 seconds left, and they'll burn one of the timeouts. Boy, Walker had a great look at that. Take a look at the scrum once again. Maupin thought she had it.
Smart play right there by Sarah Andrews. Now, if you're Baylor, you have to make a defining play. You can't just move the ball around the perimeter. You have to have some aggression to move the defense. So you can drive, you can draw, and then you can kick to your outside shooter.
Beginning of the game, we talked about Kansas State's defense and how their length creates turnovers and how their rotations are so good. We've seen that in the second half. They trailed by 9 at intermission. But now they put together a 6-0 run as Baylor hasn't hit their last 4 shots. In fact, they haven't scored a point in over 420. Now let's go into Baylor's huddle. Nikki Collins, you're down by 3. Give me some strategy.
Well, you're down by 3. The first thing is you got to get the ball in, but you have to move quick. Somebody has to aggressively drive, as I just said, draw someone and kick to one of your shooters. The biggest thing for K-State is they had course correction at halftime. They changed their defense. They were able to start getting to the foul line and getting points in the paint.
Julie Cromanhook, Dee Kantner over at the monitor taking a look, and if we were to guess, it's to make sure the time is correct. Now it's going to be 10.5 right now. They're going to put 3/10 more on the clock. So that pushes it to 10.8. Plenty of time to run a play.
Oh, absolutely. And the .3 going back on the clock means something.
Right.
So they don't have to rush in their shot, but the most important part is your best passer passes the ball in bounds. If you're a receiver, you have to make yourself available and shorten the pass, go to it.
And of course, the old adage, the person throwing it in usually is the person that could take that shot. So that would be Yaya Felder. Felder will bring it in. Oh, they're going to call the foul, but they do have fouls to give. Sundell has been absolutely outstanding along with Maupin in this game.
Absolutely. Coming back off the injury, she's just been superb, but that was a great foul right there.
When you have them to give, you might as well take them.
You have to.
What was that? My goodness, that was just a brain cramp. Walker, I don't know what she was looking at when she looked up at the clock. Maybe she thought there was only 1 second left.
I am not sure, but did that not happen at the end of the first half?
Yeah, she wasn't aware of the clock.
If you're a point guard, it is in your DNA that you know time, score, possession. I am not sure.
I mean, she has 9.8. And it was close to being a walk.
Yeah, she just threw it up. She thought it was a buzzer beater or something close to that. Because she keeps looking over, at Nikki.
Well, Walker did not play that as smartly as she could have. This will be the first loss in the new arena by either the men or the women of Baylor, if it holds up for 2.7.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there, because you never want to see a young player make a mistake like that. But, the junior from Richmond, Virginia, on 2 crucial possessions, one at the half, one now, was so unaware. But you've got to make sure a 3-point shooter can shoot it.
And the rejection by Glenn, and that's going to do it. What a comeback by Jeff Mitty's squad. The second game without Aoka Lee, and the second game that they've been able to win. What a job. So many different players had an impact for the Wildcats. Sundell, Maupin. Here's the final play, the rejection by Glenn. Just a quick note about maybe what was Jada Walker thinking is that she thought they were going to foul and she wanted to get a shot up as quickly as possible. Just guessing. But Kansas State had fouls to give.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they talked about it, in the timeout, because the play before, Sarah got fouled. Sarah Andrews got fouled almost immediately.
Well, it's time now for the Old Trapper Smoking Player of the Game, sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? And it has to be Maupin. 1 rebound away from her first ever career double-double. 16 and 9. And she is our Old Trapper Smoking Player of the Game. Now, once again, the final score, 58-55. 58-55, Kansas State ends up with a 6-0 run. Big win for the Wildcats. For Nancy Lieberman and our entire crew in Waco, Texas, I'm Rob Thulin. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports Network, your home for all your college basketball action. On behalf of everybody, have a great night.